Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Homestead, a new series on the FTOG server. The server goes live as soon as you're done this episode, no matter when you watch it, weirdly. Haha. So, yeah, before we get started, and I'll show you what I've done to get us some starting progress, I want to take care of a few things. First off, this mod pack has simple voice chat included by default, as it were. It's not set up on the server, so you have to activate the voice chat setting and hide the symbols unless you want this plug symbol in your corner the whole time. Second, this mod uses parties and claims, not FTB chunks, to claim stuff, so you can claim it directly in the map. So, like, you select it with right-click, and then you can claim things that are close to you. I think that's the most thing. There's a couple equipment things I wanted to go over. We have this golden leaf. You get one as the start. You can click this to heal yourself rapidly, but as long as it's in your inventory, regeneration infinitely. There was this crafting pad I made. This is essentially just a portable crafting table. This bread came from a biome called the Barley Fields, where you can harvest a naturally growing, non-renewable plant called barley that smelts 1-to-1 to bread. So if you can find one of those, absolutely do that. Also interesting is you'll see that little orange backpack down there next to the bread. That's how many free inventory slots you have. So if you're caving or exploring or something and you need to know how many slots you have left but you don't want to open up your inventory to look at it, that's where you can look for that. I made a backpack. Little spoilers later. We made a backpack. I have it up to gold. We'll get it up to diamond maybe later this episode. But I think I'm just going to show you the quests. So this one has more of like little guidance quest lines as opposed to a actual quest line. It's kind of just like do what you want and the quests will help you out. So here's the intro quest. It's like early shelter, make a bed, sleep in it, and it actually gives you rewards. I know our last pack was kind of just random rewards, but it gives you a bunch of random stuff. I'll collect all these later, but it's like tools, materials, XP, all that kind of stuff. But I've rushed through that because I'm excited to show you what I've done. So without further ado, welcome to Fracture Canyon. I've built some roads. I have a mine shaft up here. Let me show you this real quick before we get to the main house. So the mine shaft goes all the way down. We have a quick climb ladder mod. And if we go down here, it's actually pretty cool. Like right underneath here is this awesome lava cave that I've mostly explored. It looks very cool. We might do something down here later. But for now, it was just resources. So that's the mine. As we get closer, you can see these chipped blocks. These are copycats from Create, which are basically just like the framed blocks, but they cost zinc to make instead of wood, so they're a little more expensive. We have a main road leading off this way and off that way that will expand as the town expands. So there's no waystones in this mod. There's no simple teleporters. The main fast travel is a mod called Via Romana, I believe, which is you can bind signs together and then walk down artificial paths to link them together, like this. So you click this, boom. The one thing is, I was somehow able to get from there to here, and I can't get past here. I think it has something to do with the interaction with the chipped blocks and the mods and not considering them as proper, like, artificial path blocks or player-built path blocks. But if that's the case, why was I able to get here and I can't get up there? Why can I go over the slopes here, but I can't get any further. If anyone knows this mod really well, please let me know what I'm doing wrong. But for now, let's head over the bridge. There's this little acacia. I decided to go with acacia, birch, and ironwood. Ironwood is this local tree. This is the little bridge. I like it. It's not super detailed, but it has a little bit of depth to it. This is kind of like a sad little food farm. Most of my food so far has come from the barley fields, which are up here. But the big thing I worked on before this first episode is this house. This is Professor Flask's house. That's me. Because the goal for this series is whimsy. If we look through here, which I won't do the whole thing, but that's just for demonstration purposes, we don't have mechanism, we don't have thermal expansion, we don't have really any tech mods. It's mostly world generation stuff, building stuff. There's a couple, maybe 1 or 2 little magic mods, and then the only real technology is the create mod. So if we want to automate anything, if we want to do anything like that, we have to use create. And I want to do, the word of the series is whimsy. I want to build crazy contraptions that look cool and do practical things. And we're going to spread them out through this canyon. This is Fracture Canyon, as I've named it. If you look on the map, there's like, this is the world, and then there's this little ironwood gower canyon with this river running through it, and that's Fracture Canyon. This is a crazy town. We're going to have a post office with all our signs if we can get that to work. Maybe an airship comes to visit at some point. I have a design for an iron mining machine. It's going to be really cool, but let me show you my little friend here. This is a mini sheep I got from the mountains up north. Yeah, it's a little guy that appears to actually be more of like a mountain goat thing, which I recently learned are actually antelopes, not goats. But let me show you inside the house. Got some decoration, Professor Flask's house. This guy is from the Homestead mod, and if you look up in the jade there's jump height and speed. That tells me that somehow you can ride this guy, but I don't know what I have to feed him in order to tame him. So if anyone has played this pack and knows how to do this, or wants to download it and figure it out for me, that would be great. It would be great to be able to ride a mystical elk around town. But yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention, there's a link in the description for this pack. It's by Tokami? I don't know how to pronounce the name, but link in the description if you want to check it out. We got smoker, blast furnace, 2 furnaces, a composter, the mason table that allowed us to make these chipped bricks, a stone cutter, and the cutting board, and then a classic fractured flask storage system. Not too big, but expandable. Our bed's here right now because we don't have a bed room. We've got a gray toy shark from the Blahaj mod. I think that's a Japanese mascot of some kind. The shark guy. I don't know what it's a mascot of, but it's a shark dude. And this mod has a bunch of plushies and stuff, so I picked this up out of a chest. Heading upstairs, and if this looks unfinished, it's because it is. This is going to be an elevator eventually, but I don't have the materials to make an elevator yet. Upstairs, we have another blank space. And then going into the tower, the windmill is hooked up to a gear shifter, which is currently hooked up to a basin and a mechanical mixer, and then also a mechanical press for making metal plates, which you need the metal plates to make something else that we're going to do later. And if we head out onto the deck here, using our sleeping bag to sleep away the night, because there's mobs in this world, and there's little snoring sounds that's very cute when you sleep. We have some clutter, and let's do candlelight decorations so that we can like sit here and enjoy the sunrise. All in all, I'm pretty proud of the way this house looks. I like the way that the birch and the acacia and the stripped ironwood, that's what this is. It's that log, but the stripped kind. I like the way this looks. I was going for like a Pokemon professor type thing. I'm not super happy with the way the windmill looks. I need to look up more windmills and get a better shape. That's just a weird little like X right now, but we'll work on that. Also, I didn't put this here. This was just here. This little Stonehenge thing with bones. Ducks. There's other ducks from the duckling mod. These are cute. Let me put this where you can see it. We also have carry on, which is fun. Duck. What else was there that I needed to show you? Oh yeah, you can craft meat. That's how you craft chicken. Raw. Let me look up raw. You can craft beef with wheat, you can craft pork chops with vegetables, mutton with also wheat, rabbit with carrots. You can craft all the proteins. Because I think a big part of this mod, like if you look at the heart of the homestead, it's all food and farming. This is a very cozy little pack. But before we get to any of that, we need to do some setup and some automation and some resource gathering. So let me grab some stuff out of here. This is from the Spelunkery mod, which makes the redstone and the crystals and all of that stuff actual gemstones. And if we look at Spelunkery, there's a bunch of stuff that improves caves. There's little rails, crystals, glow sticks. Those are cool. But also, it makes these blocks of rough diamond spawn underground. But what we're looking for right now is the diamond grindstone, which you can make with raw diamond nuggets. And if we put this here, we can take our rough diamonds and we polish them. It looks like it has worn down a little bit. I think you can recharge it with rough diamond, but I'm not quite sure how. And instead of the standard trinkets menu, there are specific things this time for each place. So if we take this and we go like this, diamond backpack, excellent. Lots of space. And all of this is wrong. This is for later. Take a grindstone, put it here. Alright, this is the redstone, so let's try that. And it is 2 per, it seems? Yes, 2 per, but it also makes the cinnabar crystals, and what can we do with this? Lodestones, nephrite, item magnet. I don't know where to get raw magnetite from, but I assume it's an ore of some kind. We can't grind it. Excellent, excellent. Metals and gems go there. Ores and dusts go here. Cool. So, yeah, that was a lot of information all at once. Sorry, I don't think I stopped talking much there. Things might slow down as time goes on, but like I wanted to get a little bit of progress done, so I had something to start with. As fun as it would be watching me mine trees for a couple hours and struggle to build on camera while talking, which I haven't quite figured out how to do yet. Decided I'd get a little set up. We got some space to put some stuff. We've got a little bit of create infrastructure to work on. Next episode, we are going to head into the nether and get a functioning blaze burner so I can make brass, because brass is required for all the cool create stuff that I want to use to create our whimsical contraptions. But this episode, this lives here. I have not gone near this or explored it yet, and I want to see if there's anything like in it or about it that's interesting. I don't know if there's a center to it. Oh, also, dynamic torches. So I can hold a torch and it'll light it up. I don't know if there's anything in it that's interesting. So I am going to actually pillar up to the side of it, and then we'll see if there's anything interesting inside. If there is, I might invest the time to get a ladder going through the center there and see what we can do with this tower. Maybe it's an airship landing, maybe it's just like a water tower or something like that, but if it's worth it, maybe we'll use it for something. How much further? Not too much further. I'm up. It also might just be a dirt ball, and that would be cool too. Dirt ball. Packed mud for sure. Let's see if there's anything interesting on top here. No. Okay, let's dig down and see if there's anything interesting inside. No? It's literally just a dirt ball? It might literally just be a dirt ball. I think it's just a dirt ball. Well, that was anticlimactic, but I'm sure we can figure out something to do with this in the past. I'm just gonna re-solidify it so I don't have to worry about mobs spawning in here if I come back at some point. Connected textures. That's neat. Yeah. So, that's the dirt ball. Not sure what the purpose of this is. Not sure why this needs to exist, or who built this, but we have a dirt ball by our base, and, oh, it's not all dirt, it's granite. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Just kind of a quick overview, introduce you to the pack, show you our starting setup. Oh, hello. There appears to be... I thought that would be down lower, but I guess it's up high. We might do something with this eventually. For now, I kind of just, like... I claimed a good chunk of space that we can build with, and we can expand our town kind of, like, down both sides. Get a look at that. I love the terrain in this pack. It's so beautiful. We got a big mountain above us. I think this is going to be an exciting series. We're going to have a great time. So, go check out the server. Join the FTOG Discord with the link in the description to check out the server and come build your own homestead. But until then, later.